everyone. Welcome to this episode of our podcast where we watched The Monkey.
Everything okay up there?
Yeah, everything's fine.
Come on, baby, let's have some fun.
The synopsis for this movie is when twin brothers find a mysterious wind-up monkey, a series of outrageous deaths tear their family apart. 25 years later, the monkey begins a new killing spree, forcing the estranged siblings to confront the cursed toy. This movie is directed by Osgood Perkins, who also did the well-received Longlegs of last year. The Monkey is based off of the short story by Stephen King, and this movie was also produced by James Wan, who is a juggernaut in the horror industry. So there's a lot of strong names attached to this movie. General thoughts of the movies, guys. What do you guys think?
I'll start off. All right. I think this movie had a lot of good, some flaws, not too many flaws. I think this movie was really, really beautifully shot. I like the cinematography of this movie. I generally liked the comedic timing of this movie. I thought it would go from a serious mode to a joke. It would like flow really well. I don't know. It just like it had me really laughing in the theater, honestly, which was like really surprising for a horror comedy. Some bad it did, where some of the dialogue was like borderline fucking cringy as fuck, but we'll get to that eventually. Um, Osgood Osgood Perkins really has come on my radar since last year with Long Legs. I mean, he even had a cameo in this movie for like 3 to 5 scenes, maybe 3 to 5 scenes. He did great in those cameos. Even like I don't know, he's really good. Son of Anthony Perkins. I don't know. I thought this movie was really good, and it really restored my faith in horror movies a little bit early in the year, because horror movies January to fucking April are pretty trash usually, but this and The Companion have really sparked my interest this year of good horror movies this year.
Yeah, horror movies typically do get dumped in the beginning of the year. Usually January to February is kind of the bad months for movies. That's kind of when a
Yeah.
lot of studios dump their movies and just leave it to the trenches. But I'd say this year so far has been a pretty good year for movies. I really enjoyed this movie a lot more than I thought I would. It's actually one of my more anticipated movies, just because I really like Longlegs a lot. I like Osgood Perkins as a director. I just really like his directing style. It's very vintage-esque in a way. I don't know how to explain it, but it feels like a movie that belongs in the 80s or like 70s.
Yeah.
But I actually really enjoyed the kind of horror comedy spin to this. Especially the short story is only like 30 pages long. It's not very
Yeah.
long, so the it's not a very it's not a direct comparison really. They just kind of use the same foundation, but I liked the way that this movie played out for the most part. The comedy, I think, for the first half, I really enjoyed the way that editing was incorporated for the comedic timing of stuff. I thought that was really nice. In the second half, it kind of fell off a little bit just because it was more reliant on dialogue compared to actual camera work or editing tricks to for effective comedy. But I still really liked it. A couple problems I had, but we'll talk about it a little bit later after we get our general thoughts. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. It makes me excited for his next movie, A Keeper. That one looks. We don't really know too much about that one, but it looks pretty good. But yeah, Oscar Perkins, he's on my radar for directors. I'm really looking forward towards watching more.
Yeah, I really like this movie. It was really good. It was just
Yeah.
a good time. The whole time I was
Yeah.
into it, And like you guys said, Osgood Perkins, like I know he's been around for a while, but he mostly did like
Yes.
short films and stuff. So I hadn't heard of him until like Longlegs, which I also saw some recently. But yeah, he kind of, his style is. He's been on for a while, but it's also really contemporary. Like the whole, like Robert Eggers, for example, how he kind of films his movies in a certain ratio or in a way where it like is reminiscent to how older films are, shot. It's like it's a similar kind of vibe for me. I love his cinematography, and like the symbols that he uses behind his shots. Good movie. It was really good. I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah. And this movie is kind of, Final Destination-esque, but with a toy monkey.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I thought
pretty
the
much.
same thing. That was the
Yeah.
first thing I thought was Final Destination. Yep.
So going into it, if you guys if you're not used to gore to that level, there's some kills in here that go pretty intense,
Yeah.
and it does not shy away from really much of anything. So
Yeah, the practical effects in this movie are really good. I read some things about it where they didn't get to use practical effects on every kill, but the ones they did were fucking good as hell, man. Like really good.
there are two towards the end
I was
that
gonna say,
like
yeah,
you
there were
can
two I can
completely
think of
you
where it
can
was just
completely tell it was CGI.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was CGI.
Yeah.
I'm just saying the ones that they use practical effects. I don't know why they didn't do it for every fucking kill. Like they had a really good practical effect artists.
Dude,
I don't know exactly. Who
Some
it
of them
was,
are
but-
pretty outlandish. Like how
Dude,
else?
yeah, but like it's cool as fuck though. Like that's how it should be. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
It was just I don't know. The
No, I
practical effects fucking were great.
They were really good. Yeah. I loved how heavy they leaned into practical effects for this movie. Like it wasn't all like CGI. There were a few that were, but like, obviously.
Yeah.
We know what they are, but obviously they cared about how these deaths looked and like how it would draw the attention of the viewer and everything.
Yeah.
This movie's pretty divisive, honestly. From what I've seen online, a lot of people either enjoyed it, really did not like it. One thing that I kind of do understand a little bit is that this movie doesn't necessarily have a definitive theme to it in a way.
Yeah.
And even when I was thinking about it, I was like, okay, like, what was the point of this movie other than
Yeah, dude. I have a point that I wrote down. Like, what the hell? Like, what's going on right now? Like, what's the point of this shit? I can totally see that. There wasn't really like a cemented theme for this movie.
Yeah.
Which could be a good or a bad thing depending on how you are.
Yeah, they didn't really take themselves too seriously. This
Yeah,
movie,
yeah.
Like it was just like a fun horror comedy.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
don't know.
Yeah.
They didn't really dive too deep.
Not
into,
everything
like,
has to have
certain
a
themes.
point. Exactly.
Yeah, it doesn't, and I think it kind of actually benefits the movie, honestly.
I can
I mean,
agree with that.
I kind of and I think this is maybe just me assuming a little bit too much, but there's a theme I could think of. There's a point to this that I can really think of that Perkins would have gone for. I don't know if it's really spoilery though, because I don't think it really is. But my after thinking about it for a while, my takeaway of this movie was to kind of just like live life and not really worry about the
Yeah.
like finer things or why things happen
Yeah.
for what
sure.
I can
reasons.
see that. I can see
I
that.
mean,
especially
They kind of
especially
say it
for
in the movie
for,
too.
for Osgood Perkins, like both of his parents died in tragic ways. So
Yeah.
like for him, I could only assume that his connection to this movie would have been kind of confusion and trying to make sense of why things happen, and maybe using humor as a way to kind of take that edge off of it, make it not so bad.
Yep.
Yeah, to cope with it. Yeah.
So that was kind of my takeaway of this. I mean, it's not necessarily like the plot itself is pretty paper thin. It's pretty much like it's a toy monkey that when you wind it, it kills bad
It
things
kills
happen
someone.
or it kills
Yeah,
somebody.
yeah.
So, and that's pretty much as far as it goes. It doesn't necessarily go too much in depth of really like characters as much. It's surface level. It definitely is surface level for a lot of things, I think. But I mean, I still enjoyed it. I think it, for the most part, it balanced the horror and the comedy pretty fairly. There were some points where I think it dipped a little too much in the comedy aspect, like maybe one or two moments where it was like, all right, but it doesn't mean that it didn't fit into the story, because that's how this movie was kind of built
Yeah.
up in a way, like
Yeah.
from the
100%.
beginning.
Yeah.
So-
yeah.
Yeah, for
Everything.
those of you who don't know, Osgood Perkins' mom died on 9/11.
Yeah.
Wow.
She
Yeah.
like
She
straight up
was
like
in the
she-
plane.
Yeah, she was in the plane, so that
she was in the
it's
oh,
horrifying.
Shit. Wow.
Yeah, no, she was in the plane. Yeah, and his father died at a pretty young age too.
Mhm.
So that's what Josh was kind of talking
Yeah.
about, and
Yeah.
I can totally see what you're saying, Josh. Like, you know, sometimes you have to deal with tragedies like that with some sense of humor, and I can kind of see those kind of that kind of symbolic message in this movie too. Just, I mean, for fuck's sake, dude. I'm trying to. Never mind. It's too much
No
spoilers.
spoilers,
Yeah, I know.
no spoilers,
I know. But yeah, I agree with you. What you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, and kind of shifting it a little bit. I thought the performances were pretty good. Like Theo James as Hal was,
My God, dude.
Holy
especially
shit.
playing. I would assume that for him it was a super fun role just because he's playing dual role essentially.
Dude,
So
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
he was insane, man.
the creative freedom as an actor to be able to play almost two sides of a different coin, like it was insane. I mean, Tatiana, what was her name? Tatiana Maslany is really good too, as like the mother of their younger. What's his?
Don't you mean it's She-Hulk?
Come on, man.
Her
We don't talk about
best
She-Hulk.
role. Her
we don't
best
talk
role.
about we don't talk about She-Hulk or Iron Man.
I talk about it every day
But-
of my life.
To piggyback off of Baga here with Theo James, I've never really heard of Theo James. Like I know he's been in some like a good show recently. I think.
The Gentleman. Yep.
Yeah, The Gentleman,
Fantastic
and
show.
he's been in some good movies. I've never really heard of him, but playing two characters at the same time, where you're like polar opposite. You played Hal and Bill in like the later parts.
Mhm.
It's hard as hell, man. I would imagine it's very hard. And to play two complete polar opposite characters, I was madly impressed with him. Like he did a fucking great job in this movie, and he was the highlight for me in this movie actually. Theo James.
Theo
Yeah.
James. He was awesome.
Yeah.
He like. I mean, I know him from The Gentleman, like the show, which is a great show. Everybody check it out. It's really good. It's based off the movie Matthew McConaughey. But man, he brought his A game to this. And I had this random thought when I was watching, like, this dude could be a fucking voice actor, dude. Like he's got that
He's got
voice,
a-
you know?
He's got a strong
like
voice.
he's got a strong voice.
Very strong voice.
Like it's not
he was really good.
Oh God. It's
I'm gonna-
not. What's his name? It's not like Ralph Ineson like strong, but
Who?
the guy. Oh God, he was in. The only thing that I
Ralph.
remember from is he's going to be Galactus in Fantastic Four, and he was in the first Omen as the priest, but.
Oh, Innocent. Oh, yeah, no. The guy from The Witch, right? The dad
Yeah.
from The Witch.
Well,
he
I haven't
has
watched Witch.
Oh.
Final Fantasy
He is
16, bro. Like The Witch. He's been in a lot of shit. He was in Guardians of the Galaxy, if you guys didn't know.
Man,
he's
he's
got
a beast, dude.
no. He has he's got that like
Yeah.
you know
he was
that
in Green-
gritty
yeah.
deep voice. You know, like
Yeah.
I love his voice.
but it's
dude,
weird.
no.
Yeah,
But it's
he was
not.
in
'cause
Green
the thing
Knight,
is
too.
like
But
it's-
yeah. Go ahead.
it's a very it's like a deep like not baritone, but like in a way.
It's
but
baritone.
But it's not very. But it's not like it's not rough. It's not coarse. Like
No, it's not.
Oh,
yeah.
Theo James.
what? No. Ralph.
Oh, Ralph
Ineson.
Ineson.
Sorry,
Sorry,
him,
my
yeah.
bad.
Because
Yeah.
when I think about, if you think about his voice and then somebody like Josh Brolin has a very gritty, like, voice.
I don't. You know what? Here's our first conflict. I'm gonna
Oh,
tell
here
you.
we go.
Listen,
not
no,
not even about the movie. Like,
Oh, hold on. I know. We're
Just about him, yeah,
we're
just-
segueing. Hold on. I completely disagree because Josh Brolin has, he plays Thanos, which is his most popular role for sure. He's been in other shit, but like, I think he has a very deep voice, but it's commanding and smooth. Ralph Ineson has a very gravelly, his voice is
His is very
stupid
gravelly,
deep.
yeah.
his voice
it's
is
very deep. No, it's very
No,
deep.
yeah, it is. Yeah.
But so I know him from The Witch, obviously.
yeah,
One of
that's
his
it,
best roles.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 16, I know, whatever. But like he's not super versatile, but he has the voice for the roles that he plays, and it's also commanding, but it's also gravelly. I don't know. I think that's what works best for him. That's what I always thought. Like I liked him for was his deep gravelly voice. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel you.
Josh Brolin has a deep voice, but it's a little more smooth. We're really just completely
I
polar
don't know.
opposites on this take right now.
Like
dude.
I just completely opposite on this. Like I just feel
That's
the
fine.
exact
That's fine.
opposite way.
That's fine. Either way, Rough Innocent is fantastic. Either way.
We're back. All right.
Yeah, I don't even know how we got to this point. I'm gonna be honest.
Well,
but...
we were talking about how Theo James has a really good.
Oh
really good
okay,
voice.
yeah. He has a
I
really
I
good
think
voice.
I think Theo James has a really good middle ground. Like, if we
Yeah.
can be in the middle here, like Theo James is like the perfect in between. Like he's got that voice, dude.
Yeah, he really does.
He really does, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, a lot of this movie I mean, I would say almost, well, I guess you excluding the kids portion of it, but like, as the adult portion, it's all him essentially.
It is all him.
I mean,
Yeah, he
granted,
carries the movie.
The
Granted-
kid version went on way longer than I thought it would too. Like I was like, when the fuck
I
is Theo
honestly,
James
yeah,
showing up?
it did.
Like,
It did go on for a minute.
That's
Yeah.
Stephen King in a nutshell. He really likes to fucking split his movies into two like that.
Stephen
Or
King
his
loves
books.
kids.
Yeah, his book. Well, I don't know if he loves kids. I don't know if you've read the It book, but there's some really.
Oh
fucked
wait,
up shit
no, we
in
know
there.
about that shit. We know about that shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
going into it because I didn't know anything about the book, right?
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
After I watched it, I read a synopsis of the book, not knowing that it was only 30 pages long. But like, you
Yeah.
know, that's
Yeah.
that's so.
I've read the book.
One complaint I think I did have with this movie is I 60 to 70% did not like the kid dialogue. It felt
Really?
it to
I
me
agree, actually.
to me it felt very very Stephen King-esque with how he writes kids.
Yeah.
And
can
and
see
I,
that.
so
I can
like
see that.
so when I was watching it, I was thinking, I was like, dude, there's okay, I was like, well, you know, he's got to adapt it from the book somehow. And then when I read the book, that was like nothing. Like,
Dude,
it was-
literally, I've read the book twice, and nothing is from the book besides like the monkey entity as a whole and the names of the fucking characters.
Yeah.
Nothing is from the fucking book.
yeah.
It is like one of the worst adaptations in that sense. But he made his own thing, obviously.
I was skimming through Reddit, and people were like, I just really hope he does a good job of the adaptation. I'm like, great,
Dude.
yeah. I blink and it's done. Like the book's over.
People love the monkey, man, and
I guess so.
The short, it's not really a book. It's a fucking short novel,
Short
like
story,
short
yeah.
book. It's a really good book, and I think he just made his own thing. I don't know.
Yeah, which,
don't
I
think
mean,
you have
I-
to- I don't think you have
I
to adapt
appreciate.
it fucking completely, but you know.
And
I
there
mean,
was also
we got the same thing with The Hobbit too. Like it takes a lot to turn a 30-page short story into like an hour and 45 minutes. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
there's got to be some creative differences. I didn't read the novel or the short story. I really wanted to, but I just didn't. So I'm not actually sure what the differences are.
It's like,
But
It's not the same in any way.
yeah, I know you guys told me that, and I believe you. And I've read Stephen King books, a lot of them. But like, it's just so I can see the parallels. You know what I mean?
yeah, tonally in the novel, it's more like mysterious in a way where
There's no comedy really.
where it's kind of straight edge where
There's no
it's
comedy
more-
in the book at all.
no.
Not, I mean, a little bit,
shit.
like ish, but not like in the movie, bro.
Because
And
this was very much a black comedy.
The
And,
book's
yeah,
more like a
100%.
thriller. The book's
Yeah.
like more of a thriller mystery
Oh,
movie.
okay.
Yeah.
This is like a horror comedy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's very much of like questioning if the monkey's actually doing these things.
yeah,
like,
exactly. Yeah, it's like a whodunit kind of ish.
And then
yeah.
you know you kind of get your
Okay.
answer towards the end, at the
Yeah.
end basically. But so it's completely different. There's
So-
some.
I'm sorry.
I
go
was,
ahead.
I was gonna say there's one major plot thing that's spoiler rated. We'll get to it that I just did not like flat out, straight up, and
I'm excited to hear it.
I'm
it-
actually about that.
it
yeah.
it works. It 100% works for the movie, 100%, and what it's going for. I really did
You
not
know-
like it though.
You know, fuck with it. Okay.
I did not mess with it at
Oh
all.
boy. Oh
And-
boy. I'm excited.
I'm
It's-
really interested in that actually.
yeah,
'cause-
same.
It's,
Yeah, I didn't really pick up on anything like that.
like I said, to me, it just felt like they were building towards something, and then completely threw out the window just for like a comedy gag, and I was like,
Okay.
God, I wish. I read
Alright.
the
Oh,
book, dude.
I
wish
feel
read
like
the
I
book.
feel like I know your time actually, because it kind of pissed me off too.
God
if it's
damn
towards
it!
the end, is it towards the end of the movie?
I didn't
Yes.
get the move. I didn't get the
Oh
fucking.
yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Bro.
That shit pissed me off too.
I didn't get the memo to read the goddamn book. What is this bullshit, dude?
No,
No,
it's-
we're talking about the movie. We're
No,
talking about the
no,
movie.
no. This
Yeah,
is
I know,
like
but you're saying
toward-
you're saying that like I
No,
read the
no,
book
no.
and it didn't do what I wanted it to in the
No,
movie.
no, completely
we're
separate.
talking-
Oh,
we're
okay.
talking
So, like,
about
yeah.
a scene in the
So-
movie
okay.
that they build up something and then
So-
they completely squander it.
So let me
Oh,
explain.
Okay.
When I saw the movie, not knowing how the book goes, in my mind, I connected it with, oh, this is just how the book went. Like, this is just him.
Oh, because you read it afterwards, right?
And then when I read it afterwards,
Right.
I was befuddled.
I gotta read the book now.
Like,
Holy
I was
shit!
bef-
I gotta read this
I
book.
was befuddled. I was dude, in
I
my
was
mind,
try- Go ahead.
there was no way. I was,
God damn! I gotta read this book,
I-
dude. Holy shit!
I always go into Stephen King. I always try to read his book before because they usually really like adapt it pretty well in a movie. This is
Do
the
they?
worst adaptation. I always think so. Like it's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
It's
The
like,
Mist.
Like
The Mist is
yeah,
better.
The Mist is
better.
good. The
Yeah,
fucking
I like Mist.
The Shining's good. Doctor Sleep's good. I don't know.
Yeah, that's valid.
I feel like this
no,
is
you're,
the
you're
worst.
Right. You're right.
This is the worst adaptation of a Stephen King book, but I still like the fucking movie. Like, it was a good fucking movie. But
Damn,
dude.
dude.
I've heard Salem's Lot's not good.
Oh, I
I've
forgot that. I
never- I've
forgot that
never
was
seen it.
adapted. Holy
I've
shit!
never
yeah.
seen it.
It's on
I haven't
on
seen
Max,
it.
I think.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was direct. It might have been out in theaters for like 2 weeks.
Oh, also, I heard. Oh, God, what was it called?
What,
Pet
or
Cemetery.
something?
Yeah, Pet Cemetery. I
Is it
heard,
bad adaptation?
I heard the movie was not
Yeah.
great.
Oh well, the movie's not great, but it's not a bad adaptation though.
Okay. I haven't seen it,
okay.
so
Like,
I'm
it's
just saying.
fine.
I'm just saying what I heard. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's alright. It's alright.
Yeah, so I mean, there, that when I learned that, it was crazy, dude. It was actually insane.
Should
Overall,
we,
though, like
go ahead.
I really enjoyed this movie though.
I did too. I liked it a
Yeah, I
lot.
think it's great.
I had a
I-
great time with this movie.
Like I think people's mileage with this movie will go as far as they're willing to kind of just like take off the seatbelt and kind of just let the ride take them. Because if you go into it very much of like expecting a certain narrative or a certain type of movie, I think
Yeah.
people will be very disappointed, and I think a lot of people
Yeah.
were disappointed because they don't like. This has been a thing in recent years where horror movies have been more saturated with comedy, and
Yeah.
usually it doesn't work very well.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think I think
Yeah.
people are just
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of sick of seeing that trope.
Here's
So-
the thing, like,
I-
it can
I
work if
enjoy it.
it's done well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like in this movie, okay, so like going back to Theo James being incredible in this film, he also has comedic chops. Dude is funny in this movie.
Yeah, he's great.
He's like
yeah.
actually he's really funny. You know?
No, yeah, he
Like
is.
he's not just a good dramatic actor, but he can do both, and I love that. So, I think that horror and comedy like blend like probably the best in my opinion if it's done
Yeah,
you
if
know
it's
well
done
enough.
well, yeah.
Yeah.
I think the kid was
Yeah.
pretty funny too. His kid. I don't know. I
Oh
thought he
yeah.
was pretty funny.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I'm trying to think. You know, as long as it's not Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse,
Fucking hell, dude.
like
God
that's
damn it! You gotta bring up that movie.
that movie's ass. That
Hey,
movie's
Bro,
so
that's a
fucking
good movie, all right?
No,
That
it's
dude-
not.
fuck?
No,
Listen,
it's not.
Listen, no,
Rest
listen.
in peace, that guy. But
Bro,
like,
chill out. Hold on,
Gross,
listen.
it's
No.
ass.
I'm trying to tell you, bro. The best part about that movie is when that like cop zombie gets cut in the gates and her tits pop out, and the dude runs back and grabs her tits and runs away.
You're so mid, bro. You're so mid. You're so mid.
What do you mean?
Nah, dude, that movie's like me and Boggy watched that movie. It's
He
fucking
grabs zombie titties,
dog.
bro. We'd all do it.
general final thoughts of spoiler free. I mean, we touched on kind of what we thought of the movie, but anybody like what's your guys' final thought before we go into spoilers? It doesn't have to be complex at all, but
No,
I mean,
I mean,
legit, like
Yeah, go ahead.
the best part about this movie is, for me, the practical effects. The comedy parts are fucking actually pretty funny. Besides, some of them are fucking cringy as fuck. But I really do like Theo James, super solid, 10 out of 10 actor for this movie, and yeah, I fucking really enjoyed the movie. So go ahead, Carlos.
Yeah, no, I agree, dude. Theo James blew me away. Like, I know this is what you say about like some, Oscar-nominated guy. But, dude, Theo James, like, he's fucking good, man. He's a good dramatic actor, and he has really good comedic chops. He was funny.
He's funny as fuck. Yeah.
And that's what you need for like a black comedy or whatever. He did a great fucking job. And I'm also really, really glad that Liv Tyler was not in this movie.
How the fuck do you get back to her again? Leave her be, man.
Good movie though. Good movie. I liked it a lot.
Good movie, man.
Pretty good.
Fuck, go ahead, man. Get off Carlos, please. Anything but Carlos. Please go ahead.
Go ahead, Baca.
Yeah, I thought this movie was good. I enjoyed the horror comedy aspect of it a lot. Theo James, like going off what you guys said, he was really good. It does help when you have a good script. Kind of like small note going back to Longlegs, like Micah Monroe in that movie, she was fucking phenomenal. Very good.
Yeah.
So good.
So
Legit, yeah.
I know we're not analyzing that movie, but holy fuck, she was so good. Dude.
Yeah, she was really good. Yeah.
So
she was phenomenal.
I think this movie probably had a strong script to it, and I think Osgood had a vision of what he wanted, and that definitely helps an actor a lot because they are on the same wavelength. They understand what the director needs, and when they for whatever they're calling for.
Yeah.
So really good performance by him. Also the supporting actors as well, good performances. I don't think anybody had a bad role in this movie.
No,
everybody
did good too.
Yeah, even the kids did pretty well. I enjoyed it. So, and I just like the way Osgood shoots his movies. I think they just have the style to them. I just really like. I don't know why. It's very, like I said, it's very vintage-esque, but almost like modern day vintage.
Yes. Yeah.
Which I completely enjoy, especially it's very noticeable to me. Anything else that I thought was really good? I mean, it's just a fun time. This is definitely a movie that I would just put on, whenever.
Yeah.
It's
100%, yeah.
It's just a fun time.
It's a good time, dude. All the way through.
Yeah. I mean, you guys ready to get into spoilers?
Absolutely.
Yeah, let's get spoilers.
Okay, I'm gonna give a countdown for anybody who's watching right now and has not seen The Monkey. This is your warning for spoilers. We're gonna be talking about spoilers here soon in the next 10 seconds. This is your final warning. If you go and watch more of this without seeing the movie, that is your fault, and I cannot help you. God.
Fuck you.
God rest your soul.
Fuck you. Yeah.
3, 2, 1. We're officially in spoilers. Why the fuck was Elijah Wood in this movie, guy?
Dude, Elijah Wood.
He was in it for like 2 seconds. Bro,
I feel
hold
like
on.
I keep seeing him like that. Like he just does like a random ass cameo into something for like fucking 10 seconds.
But he did
He was
so
in 2
good,
scenes.
dude. He did so good in his scene.
No, he was in 1 scene.
Yeah, he was in the one. He played. Wait, Ted is his name, right?
Ted.
Yeah. Dude, he's
the new dad, right?
He demolished that role. Like the dickhead,
Yeah,
fucking stepdad. He was fantastic, dude.
Elijah Wood's just. I don't know why he's in this movie, but I loved it. Like,
Because it was funny, dude. It was fucking funny.
Yeah, he was fucking great, dude.
Yeah, he was awesome.
For the one fucking scene he's in.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, he really, and I think he just really enjoys being in horror movies. I don't know, he loves horror movies. He loves roles where he can just be off the wall wacky, and I appreciate them.
He does it really good too.
Honestly, it would not surprise me as he gets like deeper into like the later stages of his career if he just becomes what Nicolas Cage is now.
You know what? He was really good in Swiss Army Man.
Oh my god, dude. No, dude. I fucking love Swiss Army Man.
I hate you. I hate you so much.
What's wrong with that?
That was Daniel Radcliffe.
Oh, fuck! God damn it! You're a fucking dickhead. You're right, though. Oh my god, it was Daniel Radcliffe.
It was Daniel Radcliffe, Paul Dano.
You're a bitch, bro. Go fuck yourself. You're a fucking bitch, bro. Hey man, you got me, you big ass fucking schnoz, bro. That was good, man. You know,
I knew
No, dude,
exactly what you were
bitch,
going
bro.
for.
You set me up.
Bro,
watched it.
I looked dead at the camera. Like,
You
what are
did.
you talking about?
You did. I saw through it
That's
immediately, dude.
straight bullshit. I just watched the movie Baka like last year. It was a great fucking
No,
movie.
listen, Adam, it's fine, dude. Everyone confuses them. It's okay. It's fine.
Go fuck yourself.
I'm just kidding. I know. No, I know. It's like
could've
no,
said-
legit though. He was fucking great in this movie, dude.
Yeah.
For his like 5 minutes of screen time, he was like
What about
one of the funniest characters.
Oz Perkins cameo for like 5
Oh,
seconds?
as Uncle
as-
Chad.
He was the
As
Uncle,
Chad?
Uncle Chip, right? Or
Uncle
Uncle
Chip.
Chip.
Uncle
Is that
Chip.
Uncle Chip, yeah.
Was Uncle
Yeah, he
Chip?
was Uncle Chip.
Yeah.
Yeah, Uncle
He was
Chip.
there-
Yeah,
He was in there for 5 scenes. I was like, dude, this is awesome.
he was great, dude.
And they got
Yeah, he did
clapped.
great.
That was
And
honestly
he died
that
off screen.
that might have
He
been
died off-
that, well technically
die
you
off screen.
you
Wait,
see
no.
what happens. He
No,
gets
you
you
do.
get ran over by
Okay,
the horses.
yeah. But there's a
And then they're
scene
fucking-
where,
I thought he
but,
died during a fishing trip.
No, he
No,
does.
he
He
no,
got ran
hunting trip.
over. He got ran over by
Oh,
horses.
no,
he got
and-
stampeded.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
But I like that there's a cut where it's like the 2 kids in the room, and he's wearing the suit, and he's like, I don't want to go to any more funerals. And right when he says that, it cuts to Chips
No,
Chips
no,
picture
it was
on
like-
the fucking thing.
it was like-
yeah, he's fucking dead.
It was like he was like, no, he's like, we should try it to make sure it cut. It was like
yeah,
So,
it's just him dead.
I
I was like, that's just fucking
that was
awesome.
that was
dude.
probably the funny
Dude,
one
I
of the
wanna-
funniest
yeah,
parts.
that's the funniest part. Yeah,
I want to
it's
say
awesome.
so the movie did that like a lot.
It did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It
Some of it worked.
subverted
Some of it
like
worked.
what you were expecting, and I
Yeah.
honestly love that about this movie a lot. Like it was like they would be like talking about something or like some death happening, and it would immediately cut like at the perfect time to like their
Yeah.
fucking like I love that shit, dude.
Yeah.
It was really
Yeah,
good.
it's awesome, dude.
You
Yeah, it was
definitely
really good.
see that more in the first half of the movie, and then the second half, I think a lot of it gets
The
carried
second
by
half-
dialogue. Because
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like comedy moments in the second half of the movie, and I can't really think of too many compared
There-
to the first.
There's the last scene with the brother Bill where he's like,
That was pretty funny.
she's like shaking my hand. He's like, ooh, and he's like,
He-
oh,
dude,
fuck.
he
He's
did
like,
like
I'm sorry.
3 times.
He's like, I'm really sorry, man. He's like, I didn't mean to. He's like, all right, let's go
Yeah.
again. Boom. I was like, you motherfucker.
Yeah.
I was like, you fucking piece of shit. I was like, you piece of shit. He did it like 3 times, yeah. And
That
he
was
gets
pretty
fucking
good.
clapped.
He gets
Clapped
clapped
with
with
the bowling ball, yeah.
That's my fucking plot point that I hated. That he got
What, Billy
clapped.
dying?
Yes,
He died, yeah.
Okay.
that was
I-
what I did
I
not
don't-
like
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I was
I
ex-
not
I was
fucking
Because
with
expecting
they were-
it the whole time.
They
I
were-
knew it was
they were
gonna happen.
building it up.
Yeah.
They were building it up that they're gonna have they're gonna like become like good brothers, and like he's gonna go with them on the fucking trip or whatever, and then he just fucking dies. It's just stupid. I don't know. I
mean,
didn't like it either.
I could see where it was going though. Like I knew he was gonna die. Like, you know, just watching this movie, like why the hell wouldn't he get clapped in the
Yeah,
stupidest
I mean,
way
yeah.
after
know.
all this build up? You know, like
Of course he's gonna die, but it's just like
I thought honestly I thought it was funny, and because they said because like you know when what's his name Petey is like
Petey.
going in, you know they see it shows the whole setup of the bowling ball, and that's like Chekhov's gun, dude. You know it isn't we don't know anything about it until it happens again, and then I was like, when is this bowling ball thing gonna pay off? And then it fucking did. You know, with Billy getting his fucking head blown up by the
the
bowling
last scene where they're like driving down that road. I was like, they're gonna get clapped by something. Like something's gonna come, hit them. Something's gonna fucking happen where they die. Nothing happened. I was like, fuck. Dude, they're playing a sequel.
Speaking of like them driving down the road, what the fuck was up with that dude on the horse?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't
what the
know.
fuck was that?
I legit don't
It was
know.
like it was like some random fucking specter
I
on
thought
a horse.
I assumed that's like death.
I
and
thought
that
it was death
he-
too.
yeah,
and that
I would
he
imagine it's a
recognized-
monkey entity. Right?
Yeah, I assumed that was death. No, I mean, and that he recognizes like Hal as like, you know, because Hal has the monkey now, and the monkey is like
Death.
the embodiment of death, like
He's deaf. Yeah.
in some physical form. So like, I assumed that like Hal recognized. No, sorry, I assumed the guy on the horse saw Hal and was like you know like, fucking do your shit, bro. You know, you got the monkey, you got death
Yeah,
right
yeah,
there.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, but. Genuinely, I still have no fucking idea what that was about. That's just my theory about it, I guess.
I think so. How I interpret it was that was death, and it was the fact that Hal saw death, and it was like his realization of, you know what, I just need to accept things how they are. This is just how life is, and I need to
Yeah.
not be so afraid of shit, and I need to just enjoy life where it is. And that's why he's like, let's go dancing.
Yeah.
He was like, let's.
Oh yeah,
Like his
yeah, you remember
mom, like his
dancing 'cause
mom.
his mom and him dance
Yeah.
as kids. And, yeah.
So I think it was just him, kind of coming to terms and accepting, like, shit's gonna
His life
happen.
now,
You
yeah.
know, shit's
Yeah.
gonna happen.
Yeah, and that's like I didn't know exactly what the fuck that guy was about, but that's pretty much where I came to the conclusion as well. Should we like? So should we? Oh, you got something to say, Adam?
No, there's one thing I really want to talk about was the first scene in the movie, the cold opening, horror cold opening. Type
Adam
shit.
Scott.
You're fine with that? Yeah, with Adam Scott. I want
Adam
to talk about
Scott, baby.
that. Dude, that.
I was so hyped, dude. I was like, holy
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, I thought Adam Scott was gonna be a bigger part of the movie.
Yeah,
but,
same. Yeah.
dude, that fucking kill was fucking sick as shit, dude.
I-
that's
I
what I
mean,
want to say.
it totally sets
Bro.
the movie.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah.
No.
It's like the
Har-
monkey
yeah.
hits his hammer, hits his drum.
Mm-hmm.
The rat gnaws the rope. The katana falls, hits the harpoon gun, hits the dude,
It was.
and then pulls his guts out. Dude, I'm like, this is fucking.
That was some
sick,
Final
dude.
Destination shit, dude.
Yeah.
I
dude.
swear to God, I thought this after I watched the movie. Like, okay, so like, I'm not gonna lie to you. A lot of the deaths after that scene felt so like whatever to me. Because
I agree with you.
Because that first death was like that set the tone for everything else, and it never happened again. I was like,
agree with you. Besides the mother death, where he's behind the mom, Bill's behind the mom.
oh yeah, that was pretty
and
good.
it's like it's building
Yeah.
tension, and we don't know what the fuck's going on. She's like chopping the vegetables, and then she turns around, she's having like a fucking brain aneurysm. That shit.
her
that was
fucking
sick
ears
as
bleeding.
fuck.
Yeah, that was really
Yeah,
cool.
that was cool. That was
But-
a really cool scene.
But like, not only do I wish there were more like deaths, there weren't enough in my opinion. I'm not gonna
there
lie to
really
you.
wasn't. No.
But that first death just completely wiped out all the others except for like one or two.
It
Like
did.
it
yeah.
was
it was
really
good. It was
good.
It was really good.
And
like,
that's my like number one criticism for this movie is like nothing else really ever lived up to that first death scene with Adam Scott and the fucking and the pawn shop
Yeah.
owner, you know. Other than the mom and God, who was her fucking name? Like
Alice?
and Ida. No. And
oh,
Ida.
Ida.
Yeah,
oh,
dude,
she
that-
runs to the side.
Yeah, she gets caught on. No, she gets like a bunch of fish hooks in her face.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was upstairs.
That was cool. Yeah.
Gets caught on fire. Runs outside of the fucking
No,
the mail
yeah.
post. That was probably
'cause
my
she-
favorite one. But like you know,
She gets the fish hooks and then she rubs rubbing
Yeah,
alcohol and I'm
yeah.
like, dude, he's setting it up. And she gets caught on fire. I'm like, that's cool as fuck.
she
That's
smells
cool.
the gas and
Yeah.
turns the thing on and gets caught. That was really good. I love that.
That was
death scene.
really cool, actually. Yeah.
But that was like that was the only one that I was like, this is great. Aside from the one with Adam Scott and the punch.
I don't
out,
know.
You know what I mean? Like
I even think the chip death is good. Even though it's kind of like mid off screen
I
where he's
mean,
getting trampled.
yeah.
They show his body coming out of
Oh,
the
like-
fucking sleeping bag.
like some
It's just
fucking
it's just
sludge?
nothing.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
just looks
that-
good.
that's
I
pretty-
don't know. Like, it just looks good. I don't know. Everything about this movie just looks fucking good.
I mean, look, I kind of disagree though. I didn't really like the mom's death
really?
at all.
I liked it.
It just felt too outlandish. Like, it's an outlandish movie, but it just felt like there could have been
Outlandish. That was the
a-
most realistic death in the movie.
Like, she had a brain aneurysm.
Yeah.
And she was bleeding out her ears
Yeah,
and
but
her
they
eyes.
said it was like a 1 in a million or 45
Oh,
million.
One in
yeah, I
40
guess, yeah.
million
They
boomerang
didn't-
aneurysm.
Yeah,
They didn't need to add that fucking
And-
probability.
I just
Like, at
I just
all.
felt like they could have done that better, just because
They could have, yeah.
the way. One thing
kinda
I
agree,
didn't
actually.
really like is just how they made the monkey, like, just I don't know how to explain it. Like the way he chooses how people dies, it's like, oh, you just go,
It's
you're dead.
random.
Yeah,
or-
it's just random as fuck.
It's
I don't
random.
know.
I just would have preferred if it was more creative in a way, I guess. Like
I agree.
Like it was
And some of
more
them are
it,
pretty
like
creative.
I would appreciate it more if it was more in line with how Final Destination did their kills, where it was always an external type of thing, so it always
Yeah.
keeps you on edge in a way.
But that couldn't happen because literally on the box of the monkey it literally said like lifelike, like it's like life. Life doesn't discriminate on who it kills. It is completely random. We are at
That's
the
always a thing.
bro. We are at the whim of the cosmos, and that is exactly what the monkey is trying to like symbolize. It's
I like
completely random, and I like that. I think that it has parallels to Final Destination, but it differentiates itself like enough to like be like, dude, it doesn't discriminate at all. Like it kills whatever. And we saw that in one of the first scenes with Hal trying to kill his brother, but it kills his mom instead because they didn't know yet. They didn't recognize that the monkey just kills whoever it wants to, like
And
whatever they
I
activate
like-
it.
But the rules of it of like, oh, you know, it doesn't kill who's winding it. Like
Who's
it doesn't
turning the key? Right.
like
yeah.
that doesn't seem very much like life and like
Yeah, I could see that. I
to me-
think that was a plot point.
to me
Yeah, it was a plot point actually.
Yeah.
to me that I understand what you're saying and I think for the most part I agree. It's just it just feels like once you learn the rules of the game, it definitely takes away from the horror aspect or the keeping you at least on edge
Yeah.
because at no point was I concerned for any character.
No,
Like legitimately.
there's no stakes.
Like
No.
maybe Petey
I
Is
was
it Bill-
only
Maybe
concerned. I
Petey.
was only concerned for Hal.
and Hal
know,
to an
'cause look,
extent, but like you
they-
know that
they
nothing's
make it
gonna
clear.
happen because of the way that the rules work.
I would say they make
Right.
it clear that because they're identical twins, Hal can't die because Bill is turning the fucking key because they're the same.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why
Bro,
he
I
like
never
why-
I never
that-
even considered
That plot point went over my head until
Dude.
Bill
Yeah.
called him and
That's
was
why he's
like,
like, "Petey
"Hey, I
needs to
need
do it."
Petey."
Yeah.
And I was like,
No,
"Why
you're
is he
right. No,
fucking-"
you're right. He was like,
Yeah.
what if Petey turns the key?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
And I was like, why the fuck isn't he Petey? I was like, they're fucking identical twins. They put that early on. They're identical twins.
God, the monkey's stupid, dude. What the fuck?
The monkey's stupid.
That
as
monkey's
fuck.
dumb as hell. That's crazy.
Yeah, I just like that plot point really went over my head until like the final act where P's going like Bill's like I need PD, and I was like, dude, this is I don't know. It's a cool plot point, but it doesn't make much sense really. They're not the same person, even though they're identical.
Yeah,
twins.
but
Holy
doesn't
shit.
I can't remember exactly who turned the key when
when Bill died,
When that kid was holding the gun point in the car.
dude. I want to talk about that guy real quick. What the fuck was he? Why was his hair like covered his eye? I have no idea what the fuck that guy was.
Was it-
but
What?
no, that
that
kid
fucking
was
character-
insane.
That character made no sense. His hair was like down to his eyes.
I-
Couldn't see his eyes. I was like, what is this dude? Like I was like, what is this guy?
I really thought that they were going to make some sort of connection like
His,
with how his dad had left at a young age and how he was
yeah.
very much bonded to this monkey. I thought they were gonna like use themselves, like Hal was gonna use himself as an example to bestow upon
Help him?
him, like to help him. No, he died.
Dude,
He
dude,
died.
they did-
He gets clapped in
they
the probably almost the worst way possible in that movie.
They did nothing with that character. They show his family. His brother is there with the army suit for no reason.
was the point
That
of his
is like
brother there?
completely
I don't-
No,
useless.
no.
It's
Dude,
completely
no,
useless.
No,
His-
there's a reason for that. Okay.
All right, I wanna
What
hear
to
it.
provide the ammo? Like
No. There was a reason for that guy in the chair with the army suit on. I'll tell you right now.
And,
Ready?
and his mom, like,
It was
Alright.
funny.
Yep, there we go.
well, okay, it was funny,
That's
but
the only reason.
there has to be a reason. There has to be a
There
reason.
doesn't
It has
have
be
to
funny.
be a reason. It can just
There
be
has to be-
funny. I thought it was
No.
funny. I thought it was
You're-
funny that they never expanded on his story. He was just kind of there.
I mean, it was funny.
And
Don't get me wrong, but like,
No, yeah, it was, but there should be a reason of why it's funny. And then
he gave
his death,
he
his
gave
death
him the
was
ammo.
pretty. His death was pretty ass.
I liked his
No,
death.
The
I thought
Hornet
it was-
one?
dude, that shit was
Yeah, it
that
was
shit was
super.
lit.
I thought it was pretty
super,
good. I liked
thought
it.
it was,
I
I
thought
liked
I
it.
thought
that
it was super CGI filled.
I-
and
well,
just don't
it
like
was-
well, it
but-
was.
I liked that it. I liked that death
I don't-
particularly for me was like it was funny. It was funny and impactful because it was like, yeah, okay, the monkey does like he kills it random, but also here is a extremely unlikely and like fucking just completely ridiculous death. Just so you know that the monkey just
I did.
he's gonna kill whoever he chooses no matter what. all
I
those
was-
fucking hornets flying through that fucking hole, like
I liked how he
Dude,
was like, he was getting the hornets in his mouth. He's just shooting randomly. It's just like,
I like that death. I like that death more than I like the mom dying. Honestly, it was just
dude, I don't know, man.
To
I
me-
think the mom's death is in the top 3 deaths in the movie.
absolutely not.
I think the
absolutely
harpoon is
not.
number 1. Harpoon is number 1. Clear as fucking day. I think Chip's death for me is number 2. I like Chip's death a lot, where he gets stampeded and then they show the guts coming out of the fucking bag. It's cool as fuck. And I like the mom's death. Super, like, it builds tension, builds suspense, and the reveal of her having a brain aneurysm.
the
is
mom's
cool as
death was the only death in the whole movie that like actually built any tension.
fuck. No, yeah,
Yeah,
there was
and then
nothing else horror about any other death.
after that, I was like, okay, this is what we're doing. Like, I don't know. I just thought if they were gonna, I knew at some point she probably was gonna die, but
Yeah.
I just wish that they had done it a better way, in my opinion.
I don't hate CGI kills as much as everyone else, but I think the only good CGI kill in this movie was Bill's death. I think it was pretty good. But-
I thought that was the worst.
Really?
I thought that was the worst.
Where he gets hit with the bowling ball
It's
and he like
Bill's,
walks around a
Bill's
little
death
bit?
was funny, but like,
No, like-
it wasn't
Really?
like the best
But
one.
To me, no, but the thing is like, in reference to you're talking to, it was clear as day CGI, and
Yeah,
I
no,
wouldn't
it
even
was
say it
bad
was.
CGI,
I wouldn't even say it was
yeah.
very good CGI.
Listen,
No, it was
I-
horrible CGI.
I don't even look. Okay, I feel like we shouldn't discredit things just for being CGI.
No, we shouldn't.
100% yes, yeah.
No,
actually,
no, absolutely
yes.
not.
No,
Absolutely
we
not.
should.
100% yes.
Actually, no, we should.
Absolutely not. No.
Because movies like The Thing have proven time and time again that you can do movies just with practical. Like you can do a movie 100%
if you can, if we sat here last week and discredited some of Captain America for the CGI, we could for sure just come to this movie and
You
discredit. it for
literally did, but we literally did though. That's what I'm
just
saying. Like
from
it
a horror movie perspective, I think they should really focus more on practical because it's been proven time and time again that
I'm
I don't know.
no.
that you can do practical.
I'm perfectly fine with CGI as long as it's good, as long as it's
it's
believable.
not good in this movie though.
But I'm saying,
I didn't think it was that bad. What the fuck?
I thought it was,
It
to
wasn't
me,
nearly as bad as
it
you're
was
saying. I don't
it was
know.
very noticeable, 100%.
I think the only death I liked that was CGI was Bill.
The
And it was just 'cause
the
I was
the
laughing.
the Hornet one, obviously it's CGI. Like that
The
one's
horny one, yeah.
100% CGI, but the way that they at least did the lighting made it to where it was like you could sit there and go it's CGI, but like it's.
Yeah, I feel you.
But like with Bill's, the lighting was there, the head was off, and it straight up looked like it was from like a video game.
I don't know, man. It got the point across. Like,
No, it did. I'm not
was
saying it didn't,
serviceable.
but
Like, it was,
I just. To me,
This
I,
isn't
one,
a fucking. This isn't a fucking MCU movie. Okay.
No.
The
No, I
CGI
know that.
You don't. A movie isn't. I can't in good conscience rank a movie rate a movie based on how good it's CGI because it could be fucking the Terminator
No.
1. Okay. The movie had
yeah, I
fucking
don't-
awful CGI, but it's
I don't
still
think-
a classic, dude. Like it's still a good movie.
I don't think that should be the deciding factor in a movie, but I think it is important to try to do
Yeah.
most things, which they did. They really try to do things practical effect but
just because it's not an MCU movie does not absolve it from criticism if the CGI is bad. Look at the Thing 2011, bro. That movie got shit on because of the CGI.
It got shut on because they didn't use practical effects like the original. That's the
Yeah.
only reason. The
Well, the
CGI was
original
not
was-
even that bad, bro.
dude, everything in the original,
But it was
thing,
still
even, like,
impactful enough.
Practical.
even the UFO flying in the first shot. That was a practical effect, dude. Everything was practical
I
effects
know.
in that movie. It was super impressive.
But
that's why it's the best horror movie of all
Bro,
time.
I can't
not-
sit here and be like, I can't sit here and say because this movie used practical effects, it is better than this movie because it used CGI. They're
Okay.
either
No, I'm
way,
not
they're
saying that.
trying to
I'm
get.
not saying
any-
that.
Let me
trying to
give
get
you
a
an
point across.
let me give you an example. The Void uses practical effects. Movie's trash.
All right. Listen.
The Void.
Listen. Hold
The
on.
Void.
That movie sucks, dude. That
No,
movie
it
is
does-
def-
that
one
movie
out of
does
10.
suck.
And then you,
I was so stoked for that movie, and it was
So
complete.
me too,
ass.
100%. The first
Bro.
10 minutes, I was like, sick, dude. I'm down. Love
Yeah.
Crafty and the Thing. Like, let's get it.
Yeah.
If The Void was a 20-minute short film, perfect 10 out of 10 movie. They fucking fumbled the bag.
I
Fuck the
could
void.
not tell you
Fuck
anything,
yeah.
any meaningful character arc in that movie
No, there's
at
nothing.
all.
No.
The void is
It was so
dog
forgettable.
shit.
The
God
characters
damn it.
sucked. Like,
It's so unfortunate because I was
it-
so hyped to watch
If it was
that
a,
movie,
if
dude.
it was like a short film at a festival,
I'm
my
not
God.
gonna
Oh,
sit here. I'm not gonna sit here and say like I expect movies to have, or horror movies or any kind of movie to have, the practical effects of The Thing or Jurassic
not possible.
Park. Like, I'm not
not
saying
possible
that. I'm
anymore.
just saying you should know as a director at what point, like, I'm not saying it was bad. I'm not saying, well, I'm saying that scene particularly, that CGI was bad. But I'm not
The
saying
I disagree.
the
I disagree.
but I'm saying I'm not saying that the plot element of that was bad. I'm just saying that the CGI was bad. It was
Yeah,
bad.
that's fine.
It was
It
bad.
happens.
It's
Well,
fine.
I mean,
happens.
hold on. I'm sorry. Look, I'm not trying to be a contrarian. All right, I promise you.
As
but
being
we did.
contrarian.
No. I'm not.
He is.
You'll hear what I'm saying. We did start this podcast with you saying him dying was your least favorite part of this movie. Like, it was the most You did say this.
Well,
His
Yeah.
death was like.
he
Even if
said
they
that because
even if they did it as as practical effects, my opinion was
I
like
would say
I would still be like it was a bad death, and even if it was practical effects, my opinion would not change. Like,
Exactly.
say Baca didn't like it because it was
Like,
building to something
the-
and then it didn't do
the
it.
plot element's not the problem. Like, I may disagree with it, but I can at least sit here and acknowledge that it fits within the movie.
But
That's
you still don't like the effects that they used for that specific scene. With Billy
I'm just
dying
saying,
and
like,
everything.
if they were gonna kill Bill off and do it in that manner, that fashion, I feel like they could have done it a better way where less CGI could have been used, or better CGI could have been used. I'm not gonna sit here and say like they should use Avatar level fucking CGI for this, but I'm just saying
Right.
they could have done it in a way to where dude. They fucking literally had a girl jump into a pool and explode. Like,
I wanted to talk about that. I wanted
was
to talk about
horrible.
that scene.
That
is my
horrible CGI.
least favorite one.
I
That
would've
was
been-
fucking stupid.
I would have
I
been
forgot about that.
I would have been perfectly fine if they still did that bowling ball scene and his head just flew off like a fucking doll on a mannequin. I would have been fine with that.
Bro, nah.
Yeah.
Because
that-
it would have been
that-
wacky.
That pool
CGI
scene.
at the pool scene was horrible CGI at the pool scene.
Not even just CGI. I agree with you, but not even just that. Listen. Look, a lot of these deaths were completely fucking goofy. But that shit was fucking stupid, dude. I
Why-
hated that death scene. Why
Why-
did she explode?
Why did the monkey
electric.
target her?
It was electric, man. Like,
Why did the
It's
monkey have
random.
to-
It's
No,
random.
No, he targets.
No, he doesn't target.
I think he did
We
target.
already went over this. No,
I think it's
no,
random because
it's
there's no.
on the box. It literally says like life.
No, I understand that, but I thought he had some influence.
No,
over
no
it.
influence. Billy tried for 30 years almost.
To kill Hal, but that's him.
But listen, it doesn't matter because it is completely fucking random. It is complete. It literally one of the main things they say
I guess
in the
you're
movie
right, yeah.
is
Yeah,
that.
I guess you're right.
Am I right, or you
No,
just
I
trying to shut
understand
me
now.
up?
No. I actually guess you're right though, because you're right. I think they do say it's random in the movie
They
a
do
lot.
say because he says like on the box
Yeah.
that it comes in, it's like life, like life, and it's just I don't know. That's what I assumed anyways.
Yeah,
But
I think you're right.
I didn't realize until you guys said it that because they're identical twins, the monkey for some reason couldn't
Can't kill Hal.
differentiate. That is fucking stupid,
Yeah,
dude. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
that-
that is
that's
dumb.
That's a horrible plot point because identical twins are not the same person.
No.
At all. Usually,
No, they're
they're
not.
usually completely different.
They're
so
their
it's
own human
completely-
beings.
It's completely just bullshit plot point.
Was there like a different like topic you guys want to discuss? You know, like a different theme or whatever.
What about the theme? Oh yeah.
No, just
I mean,
in general.
whatever
you
you
know.
want. Yeah, whatever you want to bounce off of.
What's
like,
the worst scene you guys think? Well, obviously Baka is probably the Bill death.
the worst scene?
The worst scene.
I mean, the thing is like, the Bill scene's not even the worst scene for me.
Because I have one
It's not that I don't. It's not a bad scene. It's very important for the plot. Like, I can
Yeah.
acknowledge that it's very. It's essentially almost pretty much the climax. Like that is the high point. After that, it's straight just conclusion. But honestly, I think the scene.
I didn't care about Petey.
I
Well,
like
that's not a
Petey.
scene.
I like
first
Petey.
of all,
I didn't care about Petey.
that's not.
I
that's
think-
not. That's not. A
Oh,
scene.
sorry.
I think the scene. Honestly, it's not that I didn't like it. It just was a throwaway scene. It had no fucking impact at all. No impact was when that one dude was like getting a snack from the vending machine, and then his vape gets stuck in his throat and he dies.
Oh, the
Josh.
the
Josh.
the African American
Yeah,
guy.
but the guy was like, the guy's like,
He had like
that
one
sucks,
scene
man.
before that.
He's like,
Hold
that
on.
sucks,
Before that-
dies.
Listen, hold on. I have a counter argument to that. Okay,
I forgot about that guy.
are you ready?
Okay,
Yeah, go ahead.
go ahead.
This is Car's favorite scene.
Liv Tyler did not deliver her lines in The Incredible Hulk well at all, and she was horrible in Captain America: Brave New World. It made no sense she was even there. It made no sense that it was even a sequel to the Incredible Hulk movie. And also, Josh, it was funny.
Gross.
It wasn't even that funny.
Gross.
It
It
really
was
was
that
not
funny. It was not that funny. But it was
Gross.
what?
Grow up.
Grow up.
My least
Grow
favorite
up.
Scene, my least favorite scene. Shut up.
Grow
My least favorite
up.
scene-
Okay, sorry.
My least favorite scene
Sorry, go ahead.
was right after the babysitter dies. That stupid fucking church scene with that stupid fucking priest
Oh,
pissed me off.
I really like
he
that
was
scene.
So,
He was funny.
so-
That
no,
wasn't
he
the
wasn't.
funniest part for me.
No.
What are you
that
talking
was
about?
pretty
No.
funny.
That
For
shit was
me-
actually funny,
for me,
dude.
For me personally,
Uh-huh.
this movie was hilarious. But hold on, just wait a second. Just cut this.
No, we're not cutting this. We're not cutting this.
We had to.
No, we're not.
My shit's.
I don't
fucking
care.
bugged.
I don't care. Say what we
Get
gotta say
closer.
and say it with your chest.
Okay.
like instead of being a sheriff, please God.
All right.
Say it into the camera and into the mic.
Hold on. Shut up, bro. I'm
Okay,
trying.
alright, I'm sorry,
I'm
bro.
trying to fix my camera.
I apologize.
Is it better? No.
No.
That's a bit. No.
There you go.
Oh,
There you go.
there you go. There you go.
All
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
That scene, like I don't like the word cringe. I don't like using the word cringe.
Oh
that
my God.
scene made me fucking cringe.
It wasn't even cringe,
That shit
dude.
was funny.
The priest.
Yeah.
I know.
That
The
was
priest.
funny.
The stupid like 18-year-old priest.
That was
guy.
like one of the funniest scenes in the movie.
No fucking way, dude.
I
Not
swear
for
to
me,
God.
bro.
It was
Not
pretty
for
funny.
me,
God.
dog. No, legit. This is something we actually disagree on. Not for me, dog.
I will
No.
agree that it went on a little too long, but I do not
went
in
on-
any way think that he wasn't funny. That shit was funny,
I-
dude.
He was fine. It dragged.
I enjoyed
nah, bro.
I don't know.
every minute of it.
I
Wow,
had to
dude,
get
this
Sam
is-
with all of
this
it
is-
too.
This is crazy.
The-
This is something
the-
we
I'm saying
completely
I
disagree
I
on.
can see the argument that it went on too long. Personally, I don't agree with it. I had a good time with every
Hey,
line
that's-
that he said. It was
That's fine.
It was fucking
That's
funny,
fine.
but
I was visually like cringing in my seat. I don't like seeing
Bruh.
cringe. I really don't like.
it
seeing
wasn't
cringe
even
at all.
cringe.
No, dude. He was super fucking.
No, he
cringe.
wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
I
got
hate that
that's
guy.
a-
It really
Fuck
wasn't,
him.
dude.
Fuck that guy.
We are on
I
the
hate him.
complete
Fuck
opposite
that
side
guy.
of you right
no,
now.
That's fine.
This is 10
that's
rings all
okay.
over again.
This is 10 rings. But yeah, final point. Fuck that priest.
He was
Hate
funny.
you.
Nah, he
I
was
hope you
funny.
die. Fuck you, priest guy.
All right, cut that out. Cut that out.
I
Why?
thought I
I'm just
thought
kidding,
I
I'm just
thought
kidding.
that part was great. Honestly, like every
That was
from,
probably the funniest part. I mean, there was funny parts, but
But
that was like,
even
Just
even when
'cause-
his
funny,
mom,
dude.
even
Like-
when his mom died, he was a fucking prick.
okay. I will
yeah,
say
that's what's funny.
I will say the second go around with his mom, I enjoyed it a little
It
bit
was
less.
cringe.
I enjoyed it
It was
less than I did initially.
Like Bill's like having a heartfelt speech. And,
Okay,
like,
oh,
the guy's like,
But
like,
it
oh,
didn't
the
last
guy's sitting
nearly
there-
as
Oh.
long.
Oh, actually,
hey, wait.
that is my least favorite scene.
But Bill's speech,
When
it was kind of stupid.
when Bill was like, "Hey, mom, wake
Yeah,
up!"
it
Mom,
was
wake
kinda
up, Mom.
I was
Mom,
like-
are you there, Mom? Wake up. Bro, shut
I was
up.
like,
It was kinda
dude,
stupid.
I
It
was
was
like,
stupid.
dude,
It was
this is
stupid.
stupid. I was like, this is so
Yeah.
fucking dumb. That is probably
like,
my
as,
least
like-
favorite scene. That
as-
that part alone made me cringe. Like,
okay, I can see that.
Now,
but like,
the worst scene is the bad bitch dying and exploding in the pool. That is the
Oh.
worst scene to me. That scene was
It's
fucking
pretty bad.
stupid.
It's
that
pretty
was,
bad,
That was dumb.
it was just random as fuck. It's like, what the fuck?
I
The
would've been
AC
a-
falls. The AC falls from the roof, lands in the pool. It's like,
Okay,
what?
this
it's like,
could
it's
be
stupid as fuck.
this could be semantics. I'm okay with all of that if she didn't explode.
But why did she explode though?
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly. Yeah.
Why the fuck did she explode?
There was no
Just-
reason for her to
Just
explode.
like you said earlier,
It's not
It's
what-
funny
because it's funny.
because it's funny.
Ooh.
I mean, that's valid. That's valid.
It wasn't funny,
That is
though.
a
It
va-
wasn't funny
that
at
is
all.
valid.
Yes.
It was still.
It was not
still
funny at
dumb
all.
though. It was still dumb. No, but in all seriousness, I did like the oh God, I can't think of the word. Like it was this movie, aside from its like visual gimmicks and like cinematography and like it being a black comedy, it did actually do a good job of really describing childhood trauma and how it like how it evolves into your adult life and how people deal with it differently. You know, obviously
Wow, yeah.
Hal,
Yeah.
he kind of moved on with his life and he was smart about it. Billy,
Well, he didn't
Did
really
he
move
move
on.
on his
He
life?
didn't really
Well,
move
hold
on.
on. What I'm trying to say is-
he completely
no, you're right. He completely. But I'm saying, my point is that
They both handled it wrong.
they handled it differently.
Yeah, well, I guess.
I'm
I
not
think-
saying either one's right or wrong, but I'm saying Hal handled it this way and Billy handled it a whole other way,
I
and I
think- I
like
think
the
they
way that
both-
they.
They both handled it to the extreme. If you
Yeah,
think,
but it on different lines of the spectrum. But
Spectrum,
it was,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
but it was still both very extreme. I agree with that. What do you mean? Well,
Billy's
What do you
was
mean, well?
super like he was seeking vengeance.
completely seeking vengeance
Like he
for,
wanted to
for
kill
something
everyone,
Hal couldn't even
and-
control.
and he wanted to kill Hal hard.
No.
But Hal was like completely isolated himself.
Hal was
to
like,
try-
I got to
to
keep
try
my
to
family
shield-
safe.
no, but
to try
like
to shield all his
they,
family.
Yeah.
but Bill also isolated himself too. Like,
Only because he didn't want anybody to have the monkey other than him.
But he
But-
also hired
but
a
he
guy,
was-
the guy with
but
the
he
hair.
didn't-
Hal
didn't-
had an ulterior, almost.
yeah,
I
but
would
Hal
say,
did not
like,
have the monkey until way later when the aunt dies.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that Hal wanted to get away from it. Billy wanted it for himself.
Yeah, he
to,
hired
to,
that
to
guy.
seek out
He
his
hired-
revenge.
He hired that stupid guy with the hair in his head. He's a complete dick.
Oh.
Like, come on,
Oh.
you gotta write a character with at least something to like. There's nothing likability.
Which makes me think of like, that one part where he was like, here, take my hand. But like,
Yeah.
when he was like, when Hal was like, Billy, she was my mom too, and he was like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
I didn't think about that. So fucking stupid.
Billy
It was so
Billy is
fucking
like-
dumb, dude.
Billy has no redeemable qualities. Fuck Billy.
I mean, I guess that's why he died. Like, why you
Yeah,
can't.
he was nothing.
Well, that his death was supposed to be a subversion, like, oh, you know what? I realized the error of my ways. I want
I
to
was-
be with my brother again. Then he fucking dies because that's
He
just
dies anyway. Yeah, he
shock
dies anyway.
value, Yeah.
I mean, I was waiting for it to happen. I knew it was gonna happen. I didn't want it to happen, but I was like,
I thought it'd been
Okay.
better if Billy went with them on the last car.
that's
ride.
what I would have like. That would have
I-
been cool with me. But like, I mean, I think I don't. I mean, Hal always wanted to be a single child anyway, so I guess the monkey really just like, all right, bet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. But yeah, like that. I don't know. Like I liked that it handled both of their traumas in a different way.
Yeah.
And I also like how it kind of. God, what is the word
What?
for symbolic that symbolizes? I'm so stupid. Obviously, movies are all metaphor. Okay, every person who makes a movie has some ulterior motive behind the scenes they shoot,
Yeah.
the scenes they shoot,
Mm-hmm.
and like the words they write. And I liked that this, at the same time, while it showed two ends of like two different perspectives of childhood trauma, it also showed the idea of like, it is everything fate, or do we really have free will? You know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
the movie
That's
kind of
interesting, yeah.
the movie kind of like it kind of suggests that things are like it's a destiny, like things are gonna happen the way they are. But and because the monkey, every time he claps cymbals,
Beats the drum. Yep.
He beats the
Yeah,
drum.
beats the
Sorry,
drum.
I
Yeah,
got a
beats
message.
the
My bad. I'm sorry. I had to
You're
read it. And that kind of falls into Hal and Billy's perception of how things actually work, because Billy believes that like he can just say these words and it'll kill whoever he wants it to kill, all the way up till the fucking end, dude. Till like the
Dude,
very
yeah,
last scene,
yeah,
you know.
Yeah, you're right. Wow.
I thought that was a really cool way to like symbolize, you know, do we have free will or are things all predestined? Like, what do you guys think about that?
Go ahead, Baga.
No, go ahead, Adam.
Bruh, just I laid it all out. Just say it, man.
I think you're right. They handled the grief differently.
Exactly, yeah.
And, like, they got... Dude, their childhood was fucked, dude, beyond belief.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they kept seeing death, like, despair, whatever you want to... Like, dude, they were fucked up as kids, and... I mean, Hal came out all right, besides, like, the fact that
You know.
he had a kid. He had a kid for some reason.
Yeah, I was gonna say, why?
Why the fuck why would you have a kid? Are you dumb?
His whole character was like, oh, I don't want to have my family close to this.
Exactly.
Has a fucking kid. What are you doing, bro?
Like, why would he have a kid in the first place?
Hey.
He's stupid as fuck.
There has
I mean,
to be somehow, right? You know.
I mean, I guess he says like, you know, the whole thing was an accident. You know, essentially like.
I guess
it was an
I guess
accident,
Petey-
but it wasn't like a mistake. He did say
right,
that, yeah.
Like he's like,
yeah,
you know.
Petey was an accident, but not a mistake. Yeah,
Exactly,
But,
yeah.
And then Bill goes about it just like he just wants to kill Hal because he realizes, like later on in life, that he, Hal, killed his mom because he wanted to kill Bill.
I mean,
Well, yeah.
it seems like he realized pretty much immediately, like after.
Was it right away?
Yeah,
or
because
is it, like,
he
a little bit
because
down the road?
because
No,
he said
it-
like
well,
he said
Oh wait, no,
After
he went because he went back to the well.
yeah.
Like
Yeah,
a couple, like maybe like a year later or something.
No,
something like
no.
that.
No,
Well,
it
no.
was like a
Was it
couple
immediately?
nights.
It was
Maybe even
legitimately
immediate?
it was
Like the
legitimately
same night, maybe.
because the
Okay, so-
after Uncle Chip's funeral, he realized, oh,
Yeah.
Billy fucking killed the mom,
Yeah. Okay.
or
Yeah.
Hal killed the mom.
He went back to the well, tried to grab the monkey, but it wasn't there.
Yep.
But hey, one thing I will say though, real quick, weird tangent, but the only thing that's similar in the book to the movie is the well. They do throw the monkey down the well in the book.
That's
so.
the only thing.
That's all I gotta say. That's all they say. That's it.
What do you
Yeah.
think, Josh? I mean, like, you know, going back to the whole, like, you know, are things predestined? Like, I'm just going to say real quick, as different as they were, like, as different, you know, the story was telling them from two different sides of the same coin, essentially. They both had a problem. Like, they both had a conflict with the fact that they couldn't change what actually happens. You know what I mean? Both of them, you know, Hal was like, no matter what, if I have this monkey, somebody's going to die. Billy was like, no matter what, you know, Hal killed my mom, and, like, there's nothing. He eventually was like, no matter what I say, the monkey's going to kill whoever it wants to. They can't change actually anything, the entire story. I guess that's kind of my point. Cut this whole thing out. Cut it
Yeah,
all
man.
out. Cut the
Yeah,
whole
man.
thing out. Cut from when Adam stopped talking to when I finished talking just
Yeah.
now. This is all
Okay.
cut.
Yeah, man.
All right.
I I never, I really didn't think you'd think of it that deeply. Like, I
just
to me, they're both like, how is doing it out of I want to say out of grief and fear, essentially,
yeah.
while Billy is doing it purely out of fucking revenge.
Right.
Like,
I thought. Yeah.
it's almost
I agree.
It's two sides of the same coin.
so like
Yeah.
Hal's whole thing is he lived in fear because he didn't want it to come back and it personally affect his family.
Yeah.
Billy
Exactly.
knew that it personally affected his family and he wanted that. Like, he wanted revenge.
right.
He seeked it
Yeah.
out.
100%.
So, I mean, that's kind of like how far my thought process went into their characters. I mean, they,
Yeah.
like,
It's not that.
at the end they both were flawed because essentially of different reasons, you know. But
yeah.
I mean, that's them, I guess.
Yeah. Moral of the story: Bill's a dick. Fuck him.
Yeah, Bill's a dick. He got killed by a bowling ball, and Josh fell
His mom's
asleep the
bowling
second
ball.
it happened. Yeah, dude. I love that it was Lois's bowling ball.
Yeah,
because
Lois,
earlier
yeah.
in the movie, Hal had a dream about killing Billy with the
With the-
mom's
with the
bowling ball.
ball,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
I love
um,
shit like that.
Was the kid actor the same?
It was
the same
it
kid?
was the same. Yeah,
Fuck, man, he's really good.
he was good.
Kid actor.
Yeah,
was
kid actor was
fucking
good. I like him.
solid
What do you
as
mean
fuck.
The
It was
same,
the same
what?
It was the same actor.
Like he
for
played.
both.
He played Bill and Hal.
Petey and Billy. Oh no,
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 no.
Hal and
Hal and
Hal and
as kids.
Petey.
No, Hal and Bill.
Petey
All right, he's
and
in a
Hal.
bit. He's in a
No,
bit.
he did a bit. He did a bit.
Let's move on.
Sorry.
No, so that kid
He
actor,
was great.
I'm not
He's really
too
good.
sure of his name. He is solid as
Dude,
fuck.
he was really good, and also I have to give props to the crew for making him feel different
Yeah.
physically.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, he did. He looked.
Oh yeah,
it was really good, dude.
like he didn't even look the same.
Not,
really,
not at
guys.
all. Not at
Like
all.
how he had the big glasses.
Yeah,
Different hairstyle. I was like, yeah, he
Yep.
looked completely different. That's why I was asking if they're the same kid.
it was the same guy. That he did a great fucking
That's
job.
super impressive.
It was
I'm
really good.
impressed.
I thought it
I'm
was
really
different
impressed
people
with
when I first watched it.
I did too.
Yeah.
That's what,
Yeah, he did a really
that's
good
what I
job.
was asking. Yeah.
He did an awesome job.
Okay, I mean we're at an hour 20 now. You guys ready to kind of give your wrap up
Yeah, we
and
can give it a final
and
review.
you know final
But I have
rating?
so much more to talk about.
Do you really?
You really?
I do.
Okay,
Yeah,
go.
your camera's fucked.
Go.
Oh, no, you're back. Hey, all right, sorry, no. You're good. Do you have more to talk about?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
Oh.
the fuck? You
I'm
said?
sorry. I'm sorry. If Liv Tyler comes back in a different Marvel movie, I'm not watching it. I swear to God, she cannot come back as Betty Ross. I refuse to watch anything Liv Tyler comes back
All right,
in the MCU.
Let's do final thoughts, guys. All right, Bucky, go ahead. Final thoughts and review.
He's asleep.
Go
He's
ahead,
done.
buddy.
He's done, dude.
Nah, he's fine.
He fell asleep.
Bucky, wake up.
Bugger, wake up! Bugger, wake up!
Bucky, do final thoughts and review. Go ahead.
I really liked it. I liked it a lot. Like I said earlier, I enjoyed the horror comedy aspect of it a lot, and I think as long as you can go into this movie with not a lot of expectations, I think it'd be a good time. I think most people will enjoy it for the most part. It's very particular though. I don't want to say it's a little niche. It's a little niche, I think, in it's the movie itself. But I thought the performances were good. Theo James was good. I thought just the general concept of the story was great. And I'm generally just a big fan of Osgood Perkins, so
Yeah.
I'm super excited for what he has next in store and
Keepers.
Keepers. And I stayed till the end of the credits,
So did
and
I.
I saw the trailer for it, so
Not worth it.
it was alright. It was okay.
Not worth it.
Come on, man.
I didn't
It's
know
alright.
I didn't know I was gonna sit there for 8 minutes to watch a fucking teaser trailer.
Yeah,
Okay,
come on, dude.
whatever. I mean, I'm excited for it. I love
yeah.
Osgood Perkins, so he
Yeah.
did right there, so it's fine.
But good horror elements, funny movie. Osgood Perkins is great. Produced by James Wan, which is also great. And I think I would probably give this a 7.5 out of 10. I really liked it.
Okay.
Could edge to an 8 depending on the day.
All right,
Adam,
I'll go next.
all right.
So, like I said, this movie's comedic elements were fire, in my opinion. The kills that were not CGI, practical, my bad, were fire. I really liked this movie. I really did. I thought they did a great job, even though they didn't really fucking even try to adaptate the book. It was just completely different, and that's fine with me, honestly. The characters are compelling. I really liked Hal. I liked the kid actor. I'm not sure his name, unfortunately. I wish I knew his name.
Colin O'Brien.
Okay, Colin O'Brien. You're a fucking phenomenal actor. He did a fucking great job as the kid.
Yes, he did.
Hal and
it's,
Bill.
it's not Colin O'Brien.
Okay.
That's
What is
PD.
his
That's
name?
PD. Let me see if I
It's
can
not who
find
you're
it.
talking. I thought you were talking about Petey.
No, I'm talking about the
you mean
fucking-
young
I'm
Hal?
talking-
Young Hal and Billy?
Yeah.
Oh, Christian
Christian
Convery.
Convery. Christian Convery.
Yeah. Sorry, I think you meant Petey. My bad. Sorry about that.
You're fine.
I think you meant Pete.
He was phenomenal. He played two different characters, complete polar opposite. I respect that like a lot. It's hard as fuck.
Yeah.
And same with Theo James. He did a fucking fantastic job. I really liked this movie. I thought the monkey entity was cool. I thought it was interesting enough where it kept me engaged, and I'll give this movie a solid 8.5 out of 10.
Nice.
Yeah. My turn?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, you're the...
here's the thing.
Things have been grim lately, but here's the thing.
Here's the
fuck,
thing.
Here we go.
Number one, Theo James carried this fucking movie. He was incredible. Josh, I will delete this.
He's super tired over there, bro.
Fuck that, dude. I listened to your whole fucking spiel. You listen to mine, okay? Really good movie. I loved most of the kills. Some of them were a little disappointing, not gonna lie to you. Especially after the first one with Adam Scott. Like, that was... It set the tone, and then the rest of the hour and 42, whatever, it did not deliver. Can you shut up?
No, I was talking to him.
I'm really glad Liv Tyler was into this movie. And also, the kid who played Petey did a pretty good job.
Mm-hmm.
I think he worked well with Theo James, who, want to see one more time. I swear to God, dude, Theo James absolutely carried this fucking movie, dude.
He did. He did.
He was so good. He was really, really good. And just overall, like, I love the design of the monkey. Like, it was
cool.
It was really cool. Like,
Yeah.
it was a really cool prop.
Yeah.
Overall, I like that it balanced horror and comedy pretty well. Actually, very well. One genre didn't overtake the other, and I give it a 7.5 out of 10. I had a really good time with this movie. I liked it a lot.
Very good. Also, I don't know if it's 100% true, but originally they wanted to use a monkey with a symbol, but they couldn't because Disney had copyrighted that.
Toy Story 3. God
so they
damn
had
it.
to divert, and they went to the drum, but I think the drum works better.
The drums works better. I totally agree.
The drum's fine. Disney strikes again.
I mean, they did a
Disney
really good
strikes
job of
again.
writing it, like, the bop, 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 and then
I like,
Yeah, it was cool.
when
Yeah, it was
the
fine.
drum,
I like
that's
the
when
spin.
shit gets real.
I like the spin.
Oh, the spin!
Oh, the spin
Yeah, that
was
shit was
cool.
tight.
Yeah.
That shit was tight as fuck, dude. Yeah, no.
Oh man.
The drum was definitely way better than the cymbal.
Man.
That was a good choice.
Disney keeps being a bastard, huh?
Liv Tyler,
great.
please stop being in MCU movies.
Shut up, Carlos, you fucking bastard. Stop talking about that.
7.5 out of 10.
All right, cool. Well,
Good movie.
that wraps it for this one, guys. I don't know what our next one is. If anybody has a suggestion of what kind of movie we should watch this next week, because we do have a week break before we go watch Mickey 17 the following week.
Oh,
So,
yes. Dude, I'm excited.
if anybody
for
has
that.
any suggestions for
Very
anything
excited.
that you would want us to watch, review, talk about, please let us know in the comments. We would appreciate that. And
guys.
that's it. I mean, you guys want to go ahead and do your sign off?
I'm Carlos.
I'm Adam.
And I am Josh, and we will catch you guys next time. Jesus Christ.